Somebody asked me what advice I would give to somebody just entering their 20s, and the first thing I realized is that I'm actually old enough to answer that question. So yeah, some advice from Sleeves for people just entering their 20s. One, be prepared to find out rock bottom has a basement. This world is going to test every ounce of good that resides within you. And people love to say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but in reality, what doesn't kill you will try again. So show them why it didn't work the first time too. The worst place to get to know somebody is a funeral. You will never have a more one-sided conversation than like between rock and hard place. Life is as fragile as teardrops are shallow. That person you keep fighting with, that parent you won't forgive, you think that beef is worth the distance until you find out the furthest you can be is actually 6 feet. 3, you're not healing, you're just busy. You cannot outwork your depression, and ain't no pill going to outpace your sadness. 2 jobs, 3 hobbies, the club's lobby, some disposable human body, and Band-Aids that fail to heal the layers of yourself that should be peeled. A lot of people think they're better, but they're just distracted. Question, when you stop moving, what catches up to you? 4, never let somebody show you who they are twice. Believe them the first time. The late, great DMX said, you should actually trust everybody. Just trust that you can see them well. Trust a boxer to brawl. Trust a snake to crawl. Trust the venomous bite to end your life. 5. 5. Life moves in cycles. There's an odd way that situations stay the same, even if the faces change. You can't escape a repetitive cycle that you're too afraid to acknowledge. Chances are, the pain just gets rearranged. 5. Life moves in cycles. Even if the faces change, there's an odd way the situations stay the same. If you can't acknowledge a repetitive cycle, you're probably too afraid to escape. Pain doesn't give chances, but it does rearrange. 5. Life moves in cycles. And before you know it, you'll be wondering where the time goes. It's like somebody wrote the script of life with typos. It's like the faces stay the same even when the situations changed. If you can't escape your pain, the cycle will rearrange. 5. Life moves in cycles. If you live like a typo, then your trauma gets recycled. Even if the faces change, the situation stays the same. 5. Life moves in cycles. You can't escape the spiral. Escape, escape, E-S-C-A-P. If you take the P and put it before the E and try to make peace, it gets switched like a typo. You can rearrange the frame, but the pain stays the same. 5. Life moves in cycles. 5, 4, 3, 2, break the pattern or the pattern breaks you. 6. 6. One day you're gonna find yourself old as shit. A whole bunch of time on earth and nothing to show for it. Some kid fresh in their 20s is gonna ask for advice. Ask if you loved your life. And you can probably count on one hand how many times, excuse me y'all, it must have been an error when I printed this. There's a lot of typos on the list. 6. Your inconsistency is $1 billion industry. You need to be so dead serious on formulating a strong identity because there are entities that are banking on your misery. Why are people so alone and struggling mentally? Because it's profitable. Why are people so sick and unhealthy? Because it's profitable. People are popping more pills than poems because it's profitable. Capitalism is the doctor and the disease, the burglar and the locksmith. Your sense of self has a data plan. Your self-love got stole and then resold as a subscription. A lack of self is a reoccurring expense, and you can't go no contact on that contract. 7. You're gonna hear a lot of people regurgitating the same tired phrases. I'm just soul searching. I need to find myself first. I need to find me. If you need to find yourself, then who's the one searching? You keep talking about yourself like a lost pair of car keys and wonder why you don't got drive. Who is this third-person apparition you're trying to telekinesis into existence? This elusive side character you're trying to backwards become yourself into encountering. You only search for things that are lost. You're not searching for who you are. You're becoming who you are and shedding who you ain't. If you have a good heart, you're going to have a hard time. Evil will proceed and succeed far more often than we comfortably acknowledge. This world will make a museum of you. The best parts of you will be placed on display and people will enter and exit as they may. Sometimes forgiveness feels like an autopsy. Sometimes a hurt person was a good person who became a victim of their own compassion 9. Lord, forgive me. Don't mistake eye candy for soul food and end up trying to convert a stomach ache to a soulmate. I need y'all to really listen. And a lot of these poems are just a note to self. Don't mistake eye candy for soul food and end up trying to convert a stomach ache to a soulmate. A lot of people unemploy their discernment and then be confused why the relationship don't work. Learn to look for things that are deeper than what you can see before you find yourself in church trying to believe in something other than hurt. You might have noticed how much of this life advice is just dating advice. That's because dating is a vice. There is a scary amount of information you're going to learn about love by receiving the opposite. Choosing the wrong person can derail your entire life. Finding romance is one of the most primitive and powerful programs installed in the base model of human existence. For a lot of people, love is the most potent drug that will enter their system, so you have to install firewalls because niggas be malware, okay? Shorties be spyware, all right? And some of y'all got hearts that open up like a double click 10. My last bit of advice. Make sure you love this life. Hug people like you're holding on for dear life, because isn't everybody dear life? Some days you are going to grieve like a sun-bleached scripture, and other days you'll feel like 1,000 smoking Christians couldn't give you higher praise. There are people whose love will undo bondage and hold you more like person and less like hostage. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Try to do the right thing even if the high road is under construction. This is your life. You have every right to lose yourself. Just come home when you're ready. Thank you.